In this video, I'm going to be talking about the various ways to record audio with the Insta360 X4. At the moment, I'm using the DJI Mic Mini, and I'm going to be using that in this video. Stay tuned to the end of the video where I'm going to show you two bonus ways of recording audio for the X4. So for the audio methods I'm going to show you, they will work with the Insta360 X4 and they will also work with the Insta360 X3. Let's get into it. So the DJI Mic Mini and the DJI Mic 2 can connect to the X4 over Bluetooth, but you need to use the AirPods connection. There's no other way to do it. So if I go into here, so I just had to press the pairing button here and it's connected. So we're going to go outside and listen to this. So it is a windy day in the UK. I might be So the other way to connect audio to the X4 is to use an audio adapter, and that fits into the USB-C slot here. Now I've got here the original Rode wireless Go's, and this is just one receiver and one microphone. I'm going to fit the audio adapter onto the X4. I'm recording this audio just with native iPhone, just for reference. So I put this in here, and the audio adapter is now fitted onto the X4. And the other thing I'm going to fit is I'm going to fit this bracket onto the selfie stick, just because I'm recording, just because I'm using some external audio recorders, and it makes life a lot easier. So if I take this thermo case off, I can just about get the small cable to fit. The longer cable will cause a problem because it will get into the stitch line, so let's see how this goes. So now I'm using the Rode Wireless Go, I think. Yep, Rode Wireless Go. This is an old set, the first wireless system to come out. So now I'm using the Movo, and one of the good things about the Movo is that the receiver is not going to get the stitch line at all, and there are no wires. On the bad side is there's no wind muff. I think there's a foam muff in here, but that's going to be absolutely useless, this foam muff. Let's see how good this system is. So still fairly shielded from the wind, which is good because this Movo doesn't act very well in the wind. It's got a foam pop cover, but that's about it. But you can at least get the receiver out of the stitch line because there's no wires. It plugs in and it's smaller than the width of the camera itself. So it does work really well with being in this, or not being in the stitch line, I should say. Let me know what you think of this. Is this a good audio signal? It's plugging directly into the X4 via the audio mic, and I realise I made a mistake with recording the Rode, so I'm going to go back to recording the Rode. So I'm using the Rode again. I made a mistake earlier. I wasn't recording in 360 mode, I was recording in single lens mode. After I did that piece to camera, I'm holding the wind muff in place with my finger because it's rubbish and it will fall off. And let's just see what this is like. So I'm using the very small cable that came with the What you didn't realise there was that the wind muff fell off and I had to catch it. That's why I paused. I was just saying I'm using the PT20 cable. I'm just saying I'm using the cable that came with the PT20. Oh, now the wind has picked up. So you'll be able to hear what it's like without the wind muff. It might be really bad audio. So hopefully the cable is not in the stitch line. Hopefully you can't see anything in the stitch line. Let's finish and go to the final test. So my last test is using the transmitter for the DJI Mic Mini. This is going to cause a problem with the stitch line. There's no way I can keep it out of the stitch line, and it will cause a problem with the stitch line, but there we are. So I'm now using the DJI Mic Mini, and I'm connecting this via the transmitter and the audio adapter to the X4. It will be in the stitch line. There's no way I can avoid that. It's the shape of the transmitter, it's the shape of the receiver really, and what I'm mounting it to. So there's no way I can avoid it. I did say, oh, this is my final test, but don't forget there are 2 bonus tests coming up. I am using an iPhone and I'm using the DJI Mic 2 on its own. Let's see how this goes. So I put the door back on the X4 and I'm just going to use my iPhone to record an audio note, but I'm going to sync this later in editing, so we'll see how this goes. This is the bonus one. So I am walking along using my iPhone as I'm just talking into my iPhone. I'm using the voice notes, not using anything special. I've got the iPhone really close to me, really close to my face, but I'm not using anything to dull out the wind noise or anything like that. Just using the iPhone really close to me, and I'm going to sync it up in post because I marked where, because on the X4 footage you can see where I press the button, so I should be able to easily sync this in post and get that recording. And next we're going to use the DJI Mic 2 for the same method. So now I'm going to do exactly the same with the DJI Mic 2. I'm just going to start recording here and syncing in post, and let's see how it goes. So now I'm just recording on the DJI Mic 2. This has a pretty good wind muff and the wind has picked up, and let's see how it goes. I'm going to be sorting out the audio aspect and syncing this in post-production in the edit. So let's see how it goes. Is this a good method? Is this the best method? Who knows?